This video is courtesy of Fact Check Frank. He's kind of a new kid on the block in terms of the pro-Kyle movement. He's done a lot of research. He actually asks good questions, dives deep. He does the thing that a researcher is supposed to do. Unfortunately, it seems like the only people that do that are on the pro-Kyle side. You know, I wish if those on the anti-Kyle side would do a little bit more of that, there'd probably be a lot more support for Kyle out there. At any rate, the dumb argument we're going to look at is Joseph Rosenbaum was only armed with an empty plastic bag. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnnie Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnnie Walker Dread Show.
Let's take a look.
Video clearly records that Rosenbaum attacked Rittenhouse as he pursued him by throwing an object at him. This fact allows Rittenhouse to legally assert that he acted in self-defense. Instead of informing the court that Rosenbaum was filmed attacking Rittenhouse prior to being shot, Gabrielle and McNeil feigned uncertainty of this fact to misrepresent the exculpatory evidence that they possessed.
Yeah, if I'm the judge, I'd be kind of upset about this criminal complaint. They leave out things that are factual, and you're not really supposed to do that. But, okay.
According to their deliberately misleading complaint, the, quote, video shows that as they cross the parking lot, Rosenbaum appears to throw an object at the defendant, close quote. Gabrielle and McNeil implied the object thrown at Rittenhouse was an empty plastic bag, by stating, a second video shows, based on where the object landed, that it was a plastic bag, close quote. And then they asserted, open quote, Rosenbaum appears to be unarmed for the duration of this video, close quote. Contrary to Gabrielle and McNeil's carefully crafted complaint, video evidence records beyond all doubt that Rosenbaum threw a bag at Rittenhouse and that the bag was not empty. The bag thrown by Rosenbaum is clearly seen in the foreground of this video, and this is the same video that Gabrielle and McNeil cite in their complaint.
Yeah, that appears to be an object.
To describe the object thrown at Rittenhouse as just a plastic bag is clearly...
You can see it's not empty. There's objects inside it. We're not sure what was in there. Perhaps a water bottle? Looks like maybe some toothpaste or something. Who knows? But it's not empty. One of the reasons why people claim that Kyle Rittenhouse was a no-good murderer was because he killed an unarmed person, Jojo Rosenbaum. After all, Jojo Rosenbaum was only armed with a plastic bag, and he threw this plastic bag at Kyle. And how much could a plastic bag hurt? Arguments. Well, let's take a look here. Mark Turnus, public service announcement. If someone throws an empty plastic bag at you, even if it did not miss, that does not give you the right to execute the potential bag thrower by firing indiscriminately into a crowd. So in his mind, Jojo Rosenbaum throws an empty plastic bag at Kyle, and Kyle decides, well, somebody's throwing a plastic bag at me. I'm going to turn around and just start firing at people. That's what these people think. Ignorance. Just ignorance. Facts matter. Science is real. Cool dude. He wrote something about there, and I'm sure it's probably actually right. No voodoo child comes in. But Kyle Rittenhouse killed a person who threw a plastic bag. The jury decides what the facts are and whether the double homicide Kyle Rittenhouse committed were felonies. Wait, I think any kind of double homicide would be a felony. Okay. Same with the 4 other charges. Neither of 2 homicide victims had guns. One was armed with an empty plastic bag, and the other was armed with a skateboard. Kyle Rittenhouse killed 2 people and shot another because someone threw a plastic bag at him. After he crossed state lines to intimidate protesters with a gun, he wasn't legally allowed to carry blah, 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 blah. I know how to find Kyle Rittenhouse. Just set out a mannequin holding a plastic shopping bag with a bullseye in it, and he'll be along in no time. And finally, I'm not going to read too many of these. There's nothing in the video, no violence, that justifies lethal violence against Rosenbaum. Is anyone even making a threat? Yeah. It's all talk. Well, yeah, but that's not really quite true. Joseph Rosenbaum chased him. Before Kyle Rittenhouse, your hero, shoots Rosenbaum multiple times, Rosenbaum throws an empty plastic bag at him. Okay, so these people are idiots. So let me explain to you why, and I think they even know this. If you have a plastic bag, you're not going to be able to throw it more than 2 or 3 feet. You'd have to wad it up pretty tight, and even then, you might be able to get 4 or 5 feet. It was clearly not empty. We don't know what was in it. We're not even sure if the plastic bag is in custody. If you do know, let me know. However, the claim is that the plastic bag was filled with stuff from the jail and stuff from his little halfway house that he went through to kind of sober up or whatever he was doing inside that mental health hospital. But the other problem was that it might have had a water bottle in it. And if the water bottle was filled with water, that's a deadly object. So another video I'm going to have to turn out here pretty soon is all the people that Kyle shot were unarmed. You've heard that one before? Yeah, it's been around all over the place. And so they don't consider Jojo Rosenbaum armed because he had a plastic bag. Unfortunately for those who were making this argument, Jojo Rosenbaum tried to take Kyle's gun from him. That's arming himself. He's a felon, not allowed to carry a gun. I thought that was the rule, the law, as they say it. Well, whatever the case, we know that the plastic bag was not empty. It couldn't have sailed as far as it did if it was. We don't know what was in it. But let me just offer one more thing, okay? Those that claim that Joseph Rosenbaum should not have been shot because all he was carrying was a plastic bag, what about Ashley Bobbitt? I think she was only carrying a backpack. Did she throw it at the police officer? Wasn't she unarmed? I don't want to get into the Ashley Bobbitt thing. I really don't want to get into the Capitol Hill deal. But you know very well that the people who are saying that Kyle Rittenhouse shot an unarmed person because all he had was a plastic bag are the same ones that are claiming that the shooting of Ashley Bobbitt was justified. It's a stupid argument. It's a really dumb argument. Keep in mind also, it's not about what the actual threat was. It was the perceived threat. What did Kyle see? What did he think? I'm not sure he saw the bag. It's kind of hard to tell. If he did, though, did he consider that a deadly projectile? Was he afraid of it? That's what matters in self-defense. We don't look at hindsight and say, oh, wait a minute. We found that the bag didn't contain anything really dangerous. All that matters is what he perceived. And also raises one more question. If the plastic bag truly was harmless, nothing inside it that could have hurt Kyle, and Joseph Rosenbaum, his main purpose was to try to disarm Kyle. That's why he threw the plastic bag. He's trying to disarm Kyle. Why did he throw it? If the plastic bag is harmless, why would Joseph Rosenbaum even bother throwing it? I think the argument can be made that Joseph Rosenbaum must have felt he could have done some harm to Kyle. That's why he threw the thing in the first place. Like my video and subscribe to my channel.